Here he is. Let's put some music for the Patreon music. This is Patreon Hour. Rachel Bolan, Skid Row's in the house. Give him a round of applause. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Everybody's waiting. Debbie Muller's waiting. Zandra's waiting. All the people on the air, put your questions for Rachel. We'll get to him. He'll answer it. Just don't get too personal. He has a woman. And are you married yet? What's going on?
For all intents and purposes, yes.
Oh, yeah. Right. It's basically right.
Yeah,
Where are you going to go now? Right.
I'm 58 and she's a nurse. What the hell am I going to do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Dude, I hit the jackpot, so I'm good.
You did, I kind of know, but I don't know. I know her friend Marilyn and from the LA, but very nice girl. And she actually, Marilyn had me connect with your girlfriend, and we all connected together, and then we made a friendship.
Yep.
That's right. And we've been best friends. Isn't it crazy? Virtual good friends that we could be.
I know, right?
It's the weirdest thing.
It is pretty funny.
It's sick. I say it to Mark Slaughter too. It's like, how the hell do we become friends? And we'll talk on the it's crazy.
I haven't seen him in so long.
You should call him.
Yeah, we
texted
a while back, but man, I haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah, he misses you. But anybody, this is Rachel Bolan, Skid Row's the band. They got new music out, and I want to welcome. And he's a new singer. And we're gonna get to gossip a little bit. You'll put your questions. If Rachel chooses not to answer your questions, it's not my fault. Subscribe, hit the channel, and share it out. And whatever we could get here. And Rachel's always in the news. He'll probably make Blabbermouth of some rock news. You're always somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm always saying
why is that?
I always have a sound bite, I guess. I don't know.
it's great. Let's see over here. Look, Debbie Muller is really happy to see you.
Hey, Debbie.
That's right. Is it StreamYard? I hope there's no issues. So please, it's StreamYard today. So don't worry. Okay. So Debbie, it's your internet. But Zandra, hi, Zandra, and good to see everybody here. So Rachel Bolan over here, and put my magic glasses on so I could see and read the notes here. You got a new singer, you got new music, you got a new album out. The gang's all here. And if anybody wants to check it out, well, it's a little bit right here. Check this out. Bam.
All right, the gang's all here.
Woo, man, H.E.A.T, how cool is that, man? Huh? How cool is that?
Yeah, man. Right? It's so funny. That seems like so long ago now, but it was just March, I think, something like that.
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Yeah, Erik brought that up. Erik Grönwall, our new singer, he brought that up. He's like, and this is before we took August off. Everyone had stuff they had to do, and it was just a cool time just to recharge our batteries. And so he goes, so let's see. So it was the end of July, March, April, May, June, July. He was only in the band for 5 months. He goes, yeah, I've only been in the band for, it was like 4.5 months. And we're like, what? Like, we've done a lot in that short amount of time. And yeah, man, it's been going awesome.
It's a really cool video. Look at the song. Love this song. Thank you, Zandra. Look at the Debbie. I love it. Look, his voice. Debbie's saying his voice. Laurel's giving the heart. And right here, look at this right here. Here's a question. I want to know why they're making us wait so long for the whole album. It's pre-ordered, right? October it comes out.
October 14th. So it's right around the corner. We delayed it a couple times just for there was certain things that we couldn't get around. We were going to do photo shoots for it or finish up mixing, and a couple of us got COVID here and there. So it was just like one of those things where we had to keep delaying. It was supposed to be out on the 16th of this month, and we pushed it. But I mean, it was supposed to be out, I believe, in June as well. But then once we got Erik in the band, things kind of started to change. So Skid Row never does things simple. It's always, everything is always all kinds of crooked and sideways and shit. But yeah, we're so stoked, man. It's October 14th, and you can pre-order it. We're actually going to shoot a video next week for the third single. I'm not allowed
because you have 2 videos out already, which I'll put the second one out there.
Yep.
But so you're doing what's the third video you're doing?
I'm not allowed to say.
You do this to me all the time, even when what's the album sound like? I'm not allowed to say. Well, Mr. Witness protection program here. We'll put a shade on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to say shit.
Can't say anything over here.
But yeah, it'll next week they're going to announce the song. But they asked me, I know you guys are buds, but just keep within the bound. Okay, whatever. But yeah, we're shooting it up in New Jersey, and we'll be there for a few days, and then up to Massachusetts for shows and all that kind of fun stuff. Then off for like a week, and then banging back and forth. But yeah, man, everything is. We got a lot of new stuff. You
do.
New album, new vocalist, new management, new agency, new label. I mean, I'm saying new. Some of this has been for a while, but lots of changes, and all for the good.
Mm-hmm.
Not meaning anything bad by that for anyone, but yeah, it's just we're hitting on all 8 cylinders now, and it feels really good. And we're getting great reviews on the people that did hear the album overseas, and it's nice to have people in our corner again, man. It's a really cool feeling, and I couldn't be prouder of this record. And just having Erik in the band has given this band a new lease on life, for real. Yeah. Not even saying that for dramatic effect. Like, he brought an energy. He brought the same type of energy that Rob Hammersmith brought to us over 12 years ago. The 3 of us stepped up as musicians. And with Erik, now the 4 of us just have stepped it up just from an energy standpoint. And it's pretty amazing. His whole story, Erik's whole story, the whole full circle deal, it's incredible.
It is pretty, my good friend Ryan, our good friend Ryan Roxy, had Erik on his show. Mm-hmm. And a funny little thing. That's right, Ryan. I gave you a little props out there because you're posting pictures of us when we were young. Before we had
I saw those. Those were great. Yeah, those were great.
Actually, you want to know something, Rachel? You want to know something funny? That picture that was taken that you saw, Roxy and I were, I think, on our way to the Meadowlands to see Skid Row open up for Bon Jovi. I think it was the Meadowlands or Giant State. It was. I think the Meadowlands is when you guys opened.
Wait a minute. Where's Roxy from?
Roxy was from Los Angeles, but he moved with his band Electric Angels. They moved
right. Okay,
to California.
Yeah. Okay.
Who the guy that was the bass player wrote the songs, the Rachel Bolan of the band. He now manages Train, Jewel, all these big Green Day. Isn't that funny how that all works out? He went business. So, that's right.
Just little names that we'll never hear of again.
You'll never hear about. But Roxy and I, and he just got signed to Atlantic at that time, and then we went. He might have got tickets, or I got from Circus, and we went a hike out there to see you guys play.
Wow.
We were getting ready. That was my Rachel Bolan hair
that's
back
so
then
great.
when I had hair.
That's so great. Man. I love it.
But Roxy, he had Erik on his show, and I didn't know this. So when Erik was joining the band, you said to him, do your vocals recorded at your place and then fly it and you'll put it all together. But he had no clue on how to do this. Good old YouTube taught him. Now, if you would have known this,
I would have been like, I'm a hard stressor to begin with, but dude, I would have been losing my mind. He told me that like so nonchalantly one day. We were at a show, I think, and it was the day before the show, and we were just having lunch and having a beer, and actually it was a day off, and it was pretty recent, and we were just having a beer somewhere, and he goes, man, I can't believe I did that. I had absolutely no idea. I've never recorded my vocals before. And I just looked at him and I was like, dude, I am so glad I'm finding out now after everything's done. I am so glad I'm finding that out now. He, he talked with Nick, and man, he had a good poker face. He should play poker professionally.
Oh, Eric
Yeah, he didn't, because we originally were like, okay, let's fly him here. And then there was all kinds of COVID restrictions and his health, his doctors weren't crazy about the idea of him getting on a plane for so long. And plus Nick is like, dude, that's going to cost a ton to do it. Let me just keep in contact with him. And, if he needs anything for a setting or whatever, and I'll just tell him what to get. I'll tell him what Mike's get. Then we thought his friend Jonah was going to do it, but Jonah was busy and couldn't do it. So that's how it kind of fell in Eric's lap. And man, I am so glad. But he's a smart guy, man. And then he's one of those dudes where if he puts his mind to it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Yeah. Failure's not an option with him. And it's really cool. It's really cool to be hang out with a dude like that.
So here you got this young kid, because he's not a kid, he's in his 30s, but anybody,
34, 35.
But to me, he's young. I mean, think of it. He's born, as Wikipedia could be wrong, December 3rd, 1987. 1987. Think about this. Skid Row, what was your debut record? Was it 88, 89? 89?
He was 2 when our record came out.
Right, and now he's singing "I Remember You." And
yeah.
You're like,
yeah. We were just waiting for him to graduate high school before we brought him in the band.
But the kid, you know what? He has chops, man. He
certainly does. He certainly does.
Yeah, he has a lot of chops, and to let everybody know about him. Also, he was also, I guess, like he was on his version of Swedish Idol in 2009.
Sweden Idol, and he won. On his second time there. The first time the audition didn't work out, I guess, but he went back. And the crazy thing is he auditioned with 18 in Life. And
crazy.
So
without even thinking.
That song broke his career and it broke our career.
What I mean? Is that how you found him? Like you saw a video of him or somebody sent it to you?
No, he was in a band, H.E.A.T, out of Stockholm, and they toured with Skid Row opening, and I heard him. Actually, the first time I heard him is when they sent me the video spot to approve, and I heard his voice. I was like, "Damn, this kid's good." It's like I was excited to see them play, and everything. When there's 3 bands, everything's so chaotic all the time. So we never even really met. I think we passed once in the hallway while we were walking the stage and he was hauling ass to his bus. But I watched them and I listened from the dressing room and I was just like, man, this dude is good. Maybe someday when we have some downtime, if ever, do a side project with him or whatever. Never got the chance to exchange numbers. That was 2019, I believe. And then fast forward to, I guess it was 2021. No, it was beginning of this year, actually. And we were like, I just hit him up on Instagram because I saw he covered 18 in Life and I thought it was really amazing. So when we kind of knew we were going to make a change, I just hit him up. I hit him up on Instagram because that was the only way. And I'm like, this guy's going to think I'm such a loser doing business on Instagram. You know what I mean? And he hit me right back. And I said, man, if you got a second, I'd like to just run something by you. And that was just to fill in some shows that we were potentially, we ended up missing. But he's like, doctors don't think I should travel. And I keep mentioning doctors. He had leukemia. Yeah. So he had a complete bone marrow transplant. So the doctors, and now at this point, he was, I guess, about 4 or 5 months around since the transplantation. So he's like, man, doctor doesn't think I should do it. I'm like, yeah, all good, man. It is what it is. And so we kept in touch, and the guys all heard his version of 18 in Life, then heard his version of Rainbow in the Dark and his version of Born on the Bayou and all the stuff he was doing on his YouTube channel. And he was doing most of that stuff while he was still ill. Like he was still, you could see him getting better and better and better on each episode that he put out because he had the transplant.
Wow.
And it's pretty wild. You could actually see, you could physically see that he's recovering. So once we knew we were going to make a change, I said, hey, how about we send you a couple songs, see if you like them. If you do, we'll send you the two, left, right mix without vocals and do your thing. And we sent it to him within like 24 hours. One came back and we were all just like, what? And yeah. And then the rest is
in 24 hours. He didn't even know how to really record. And so he did all this, came up with the melody, came up YouTube and learning how to record himself and fly it to you.
Yeah. And this is all before like Nick was even involved to tell him what to get, what kind of mic and this and that. So he did it and it came back and it was insane. It was insanely good. And then we asked him to be in the band and he said, yeah. And we were like, okay, here, can you get your friend to do it? He's like, I don't think so, but I could do it and this and that. He was just bullshitting us, man. And I got to give it to him because he's just like, I'm going to say yes and then just learn it. But I'm still trying to figure out how to use a friggin' compressor when I record vocals, and he just goes and does it, and then records an album.
God bless him. He
like
wanted
that.
the gig. He wanted the gig. He was doing it. He wanted to get this gig.
Yeah, and he just blew us away, and he continues to blow us away. And it's not just like he's a really not only is he a great singer, but his talents go further. He's the first singer we ever had that plays guitar. And he plays it well, and he writes. He's a really good songwriter, which is awesome. We love it. It's just more creativity within the five of us, and it's just really his outlook on life because he has a different outlook now than the rest of us have. He probably appreciates it. I'm not even going to say probably. He definitely appreciates it more than we do. Doesn't take anything for granted. The dude just his work ethic is just like ours, where it's like, well, we're not going to stop until it's done right or the way that we think it is exactly how we want it. And it's as you can tell, I'm very excited about it. And we all share the same excitement. He has, bro. I hear people say this one line a lot since he's joined the band, and it couldn't make me feel any better. But people are saying Skid Row is back, and when I hear that, it's comforting. One and two, it's just such a powerful statement to hear when you're in the band because you're like, well, we didn't really go anywhere, but then you realize, okay, now we just we hit the jackpot. You know what I mean? We got a guy that works as hard as we do, wants it as bad as we do. And, takes pride in his work like we do.
And he's making you see things in a different way. Debbie just posted up here. Sometimes life-changing experience makes you appreciate things more.
Absolutely.
It's true. Cause thank you, Debbie, for that. Cause he was diagnosed with what was like a leukemia in March in 21, right?
Yep.
Was that when when did the corona thing hit? Around that time? When
2020 was.
I forget. It feels like
2020 was the beginning of it. Yeah.
And then 6 months after that, he announced he was cancer free. But here, when you hear about getting the big C or anything, anything like that, it is life changing. Because a lot of people I know me, I probably would sit in a cloud of depression and not know how to get out of it. This kid, as you just said, you could see him when he was sick doing these recordings. That was probably his medicine to get better, to fix his headspace, right?
Yes, and he has said that. He said something on Roxy's show, which he has never said to me, and I was like, okay, now I get it. He said that he knew the doctors were going to take care of everything physically. It was up to him to take care of everything from a mental standpoint. And when he said that, I was just like, oh, holy shit, man. Like how do you get through that? But when you meet Erik, you see the way he thinks and the way he goes about things and the way he carries himself. And you're like, I could see him just, yep, I got to take care of it mentally. And he promised himself, if he gets through this alive, he's going to sing every day for the rest of his life. And he has. I mean, when we were doing the residency with the Scorpions on days off, he'd go to the studio. Like, well, we finished up 2 songs. We had the last 2 songs that we finished for the record there. But even on other days, he made friends with the people at the studio. And it's like, he booked time and go in for his YouTube channel. And all of a sudden I'd see it. I'm like, did he? Wait, that's the studio we were just in. Like, holy God, man, this dude just does not stop. And yeah, we dig working together, and we have a lot of laughs, which, as you know, being in a band is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And having 5 like-minded people is super important, especially at our age. You know, everyone has to have the same goal in mind, whether it's a huge goal or a smaller goal. And it helps. It really helps with the just moving on and moving forward, you know?
Yeah. It's true. And it's precious. The people you surround yourself, I feel, and I'm speaking for me now, you want to surround yourself with good people. And this is like the second chapter of our lives. Let's make it good, not waste time with vampires, suckers, whatever you want to call them. You know,
Exactly.
people suck the energy from you.
Yeah.
And having somebody like this, it's refreshing. And he's been through hell, and he's coming back and he's showing, hey man, I've been through this. This is what got me together. And it's like, as Skid Row, as a band, we could make this better. And as it ever was. So I see there was comments, like as always, there's haters out there, get the original guy back, get this guy back, what happened to this guy? But he turned the haters into lovers, and he went out and he actually said, I just saw on one of those news things out there that that's the ultimate compliment for me, obviously, that you can turn haters into believers and followers. And that makes everything worth it. Everything. All the hard work you put in. That's from Erik.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about with him.
So he is a positive. It's great to have a positive, because I'll see darkness. And it's like, leave me alone. I'm that guy sometimes. I don't know how
me
you
too.
are. You too.
Yeah, I get like that. I'm just like,
same guys, you and I, we're punk rock.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was from Erik, and that's something that he said. I'd like to get him on the show. But also about him, he also did he play in We Will Rock You, the Queen musical? Did he do something like that?
No, I think he did that like in high school or something, like a high school production. But he was on Jesus Christ Superstar last Christmas when they did NBC with Alice Cooper and John Legend.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was on that. And here's what's so funny. He's like, yeah, I did Jesus Christ Superstar. Just like saying it, just talking about it all nonchalant. And then our manager goes, did you know that Erik did Jesus Christ Superstar? I go, yeah, what was it, over in Sweden or something? He goes, no, the one with Alice Cooper and John Legend. I was like, what? He didn't even mention that. He just said that he did Jesus Christ Superstar.
That's huge.
Yeah, totally huge. And so I called him and I was like, Jesus Christ Superstar, huh? Didn't mention NBC, Alice Cooper, John Lennon. Didn't mention any of that. He's like, oh no, I was just saying that. I really like the vocals that I had. Now I'm like, whatever, dude.
that is funny. But he had a whole studio to send to you to fly these vocals. But it all worked out. Thank God he did Poker Face, because you probably would have hung up on the poor kid and missed a good positive guy in the band with you.
Who knows, man? I would definitely got some more gray hairs over it.
You would have got some more gray hairs at it. Okay, let's see what else we got over here. Let's see. Here's another video, the second video of Skid Row, because Rachel won't tell us what the third one is going to be. But check this out, kids. And you could pre-order the new record, The Gang's All Here, the album. It's on vinyl, right?
On vinyl, a whole bunch of different color vinyl, and on CD.
All that good stuff. And you know what? I might have a picture right here. Well, this is the album cover. The Gang's All Here. You could pre-order the album. Links will be in the description down below for all you Patreon people, all you YouTube people, all the Skid Row supporter and the fan clubs out there for everybody. But check this out really quick.
Too big for me. I want my friends to see. All my brothers just hear me now. No motherfucker's gonna tell us how. No love's too big for me. I want the world to see. Yeah. All my brothers just hear me now. No motherfucker's gonna tell us how. Tear it down. Tear it down. Tear it down.
Yeah. All right. Tear it down. Rachel Bolan over here in the house. Everybody click on those links, huh? How professional are we getting here, Rachel?
Man.
It's getting too professional for ADIKA over here. But you guys, you can check it all out. Links will be in the description down below. Support it, buy it, get the vinyl, get the CD, get it all. Get the merch. You got merch coming out too and everything. Huh? Hoodies.
There's a ton on the website.
All right. And links will be over there for that. So it sounds good. The music sounds great. Okay. You don't want to tell us what the song's going to be. What's the theme of the video? Give me something.
Well, then you just guess the song, and I tell you.
Come on. You make people guess. Come on. A teaser. Come on.
It's on
For
the
Xandra.
album.
Do it for Xandra and Debbie. Come on.
It's on the album. It's one of the songs on the album.
It's on the album.
Yeah.
Look at this. Fantastic. Look at this. Xandra right here. Skid Row has been back for years in my world. You got your
thank
fans
you.
up here. The girls love you. And also, let's not forget Dirty Rock of Soap. What's going on over there?
Oh yeah, man. Still cranking that out. You know,
Uh-huh.
still doing it. It's so funny that it's going on. Well, it's past 2 years.
Wow.
Since I started the company. I started in April. Officially started it in April of 2020, and here we are, September 2022, and still.
You got it.
Still
Huh?
creating the new smell of rock and roll.
You got great soap, and you know the patchouli, which reminds me of John Corabi sleeping at my house. The patchouli, that's a great one over here. Debbie wants to know: can you pre-order signed copies of the Skid Row's new
I
album?
don't think so. They're manufactured overseas, so that
they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not going to be there before it comes out.
So are you guys doing any meet and greets and all this stuff? And do you do that stuff nowadays?
We might. We got to see. Just kind of see how the COVID thing is doing. How the COVID thing is doing. Just see if you know. We want to keep everybody safe, including ourselves. So we'll just see. I mean,
and
we
Eric has to be a little.
Yeah, he has to be super careful because he's got a brand new immune system. You know.
Yeah.
So, we are selling them, but if it should come to the point where we have to cancel them, everyone will get completely refunded. So, it's just still a weird time, man.
It is weird time.
Weird.
So the whole now get a little, and you can plead the fifth. So ZP and all that, the old singer. So how are things with him now? Is he just you got the younger guy? Is he, upset or doing another project now? What's up?
He may be doing another project. Honestly, haven't talked to him in a while. Haven't talked to him in a bit. I think there's time just to heal a little bit, and I'm using that. I don't mean it to sound like meh, but just time to regroup, and it just happens. It
just happens.
Shit just happens, and just nothing personal, just a business decision. So
yeah. So now when you and the other guys get together, the head of the chairman of the board over here, it's you, Scotty, Dave, right? You guys get there together and talk, right? Who starts the conversation? Is it all on Zoom? Is it in person? What goes on there? Or did you yell at Scotty, stop noodling on the guitar?
No. We usually when we get on a Zoom, it's always a band Zoom, so it's all five of us when we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And it usually just starts off, just complete nonsense. Everyone just being idiots, the idiots that we are. And then all of a sudden I'll look up and I'm like, okay, we only got 20 minutes left for this Zoom. So let's and then we just, either Snake or I'll bring everyone else up to speed, take votes on stuff. And, it's very, we do it very diplomatically and we don't want any of the five of us doing something that we're uncomfortable. So we're really good at solving problems between the five of us. Not that we really have any. there's sometimes where one guy has to bite the bullet and be like, well, dude, this is the benefit of this whole thing. Just try to look at it that way, sleep on it. And, everything usually works out because like I said, we're all very like-minded and we all have the greater good in mind. So
now having Erik, age difference, different type of music. Is there something like he plays, and you could right now solve it right here if he watches this? Like, is there music he's playing on the tour bus that irks you? Like, is he listening to, maybe Backstreet Boys or something?
He, for a guy his age, like he's again like the rest of us, he's a lover of music, and his tastes are very like just all over the place. We were in the dressing room. One of the dressing rooms, could have been when we were in Vegas. We had a stereo in there. I was just playing DJ for a while, and I go, anyone else? So he got his phone. Next thing I know, he's playing Little Richard, and then he's playing some Elvis, and then he's playing, H.E.A.T, and then he's playing some other stuff and some Billy Idol. And
wow,
I'm like, man, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but like growing up, the 50s and 60s music for a guy that young, so much younger than we are, that was his thing, man. He loved it. He loved it. We went to see the Elvis movie, and he was floating out of that studio, man. He was just like,
wow.
Yeah, it was a great movie, but he was just like, man, that's everything I wanted it to be, because he loves Elvis so much. And so it's like having someone that loves music as much as we do. It's just a really cool thing. So far he hasn't played anything that I hated.
That's okay. That's good. That's good to know. You know what? It's pretty cool to have a kid like that, and it blows your mind, that's into the 50s and 60s, all that stuff. So it's pretty mind blowing. And he has he refreshes the band. And I'm just telling you, from a guy looking outside of the picture and looking at the colors, it's a refresh. It's a guy with a new look, he has the old sound, but with the new sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
And
totally.
A lot of energy. And I've been stalking him. I've been watching him because he motivates me, like with his workout. He was always working out. I saw that when he was even sick. So pretty cool. So Rachel, I congratulate you and Erik and the band on the new singer. Everybody give them a round of applause. Links will be in the description down below. You can order the record. The gang's all here. Not you can, you will. Get those alligator arms out of your pocket, dig in and order, and that's it. And get some soap. We'll put links for Rachel's soap down below. Before I let you get out of here, Rachel, first of all, it's always wonderful having you here. So thanks for being here. Maybe we could do a Zoom thing here where I could get all the guys in the band. Can you think?
Oh, that would be great.
Can you make that happen for me?
I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. I know a guy.
I would like to do that. Have the whole band. Dave's. I had Scotty a long time ago. He probably doesn't know who I am. But
he does.
Let's bring them all. Let's bring everybody here. It'll be a lot of fun. And is Erik a vinyl guy? I got to ask you.
I think so. I don't think he's in as deep as I am, but I know he does. I know he does have some vinyl. I remember him saying that, and because in the turntable, I forget what kind of turntable he had, but
okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Rachel. I'm going to put together. We're doing the vinyl game shows together. So for Patreon people, enter your names. Let's do this. But you, Rachel, I have a guy who wants to challenge you, and we're going to make it work when he gets off a tour and you're not on tour. Okay. Erik Singer. He wants to take you down.
Okay. All
so
right.
I think that would be fun to see his records versus yours. And don't get scared. Don't get scared. He likes Lawrence. He likes Lawrence Welk. I'm giving you a tip. You didn't hear it from me. But Rachel, always good to have you here. I'm going to let you get out of here right now. But everybody in the chat, thank you all for being here. This is Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. Thank you for being here. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share it. And if there's somebody that you can't stand, send my face.
Thanks, bud.
Hey, thank you for being here, Rachel. We'll speak soon. And all righty, we'll see you all later. All right, everybody. Bye. All right, Rachel, I'll let you out of the hood here. All right,
okay, man.
Friend. We'll speak later, buddy.
Thanks, bud. Okay.
All right.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That was Rachel Bolan, Skid Row. Thank you for being here, Rachel. I'll give you a big round of applause right there. Subscribe. Hit that bell to be reminded, and make sure you click on our other playlist, which will pop up right up here. But until then, everybody, who loves you, baby? We do. And remember, it's only rock and roll, and we like it. Bam. All right, now we're going to do an introduction. Ready for Rachel right here. Let's see. All righty. Let's see if I could get this in here really quick.
They started yelling from behind the door. The puppet started when they hit my fall. All right, the gang's all here, the gang's all here. All right, the gang's all here, the gang's all here. All right, the gang's all here, the gang's all here.
That is Skid Row. The gang's all here. Links are in the description down below. You can pre-order that album right now. Click on the links down below. Get that in your hands right now, everybody. I am Stefan ADIKA. You're on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. And it all starts now. In the hot seat, we have from Skid Row, Rachel Bolan is in the house talking about his new album, his new singer, and much, much more. Don't touch that dial. Bam. Welcome, everybody. I am Stefan ADIKA. You're on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. In the hot seat tonight, we have Rachel Bolan of Skid Row. The gang's all here. You can pre-order their new album right now. Links are down below in the description. But meanwhile, put your hands together for Mr. Rachel Bolan. All right. That's pretty good. I want to thank you all for being in the chat over here. Debbie, always great to see you. Keep him laughing. Mwah. Always great to see you. Thank you so much. Xandra, always great to see you. Mwah. That's right. For the world premiere, we have to get the band. We'll get them. We're going to get all the guys here. Okay. And hope you guys enjoyed today's interview. Thank you all for being here. For the Patreons that did miss out and weren't here in our live chat today, you could watch this unedited, uncut right now, right here in Patreon, but also Vinyl Game Show is starting up. I am going to do that. So I want you guys to start signing up. So in the links, in the comments down here in Patreon, please tell me who wants to play, who wants to share the records. Even if you played before, we're going to bring you back on. And also, I'll be sending these things out to some of the people who didn't get it. I know I've been a little backed up and I'm very sorry. But I had a little situation that I had to go through. I didn't forget about mailing anything out to everybody. It is coming. Just thank you for bearing with me. But in the meantime, thank you for being here. Also, we have coming up in Patreon, I believe we're going to have Sammy Yaffa, bassist of Hanoi Rocks. He's in Mike Monroe's band. John Cafferty from Eddie and the Cruises. That's right. On the Dark Side, he's going to be coming on. They remember that song. And a lot of stuff. But in the meantime, I love you. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. And remember, who loves you, baby? We do. Until then, we are out of here. And this is a proper goodbye to everybody.